According to a Gallup poll, 72% of Americans agree that education beyond high school is very important. In today's world, people are faced with two different options when it comes to education. People can choose from online education versus traditional classroom learning. My name is Reagan Shaw, and I have experienced both of these options throughout my college experience. Today, I will explain why online learning is a better option as opposed to traditional classroom learning in college. I've experienced classroom learning the first 2 years of my college experience, and I'm currently involved in online learning to finish out my college experience. Because I have two separate experiences, I could bring you a well-rounded reason why I believe online learning is the better option. Online education has become a very fast-growing way of earning a degree or a certificate. It is one of the more popular options when receiving a higher education in the United States. People tend to be more successful with online learning because of various reasons. People are so busy in today's society, and it's so easy to just log onto the computer and get your schoolwork done, or read an article, or get involved in a discussion board. Online learning also forces students to actively participate in the learning process. In traditional classrooms, students are not forced to do this because they can just sit back and not be involved at all. However, participation is a huge portion of online learning because it is a part of your grade. Online learning forces shy students to have a voice in how they learn because through emails and corresponding between discussion boards or even posting answers and replying, it really forces them to have a voice and for people to get involved in communication. Online learning allows a student to feel more freedom in their schedules, and I can attest to this because I can work more thanks to doing school online. And many times online school is up to the student to get the work done. It really allows freedom for people to do things outside of school, whereas in a traditional classroom, you are forced to be there at a certain time and date and place. And I have learned throughout online education, I can be anywhere in the world and do schoolwork. I have been in several different states when I had to be at the computer to submit an assignment. I have been in different time zones at different times, and I still was able to get my schoolwork done and on time. And online learning promotes time management skills, which is a huge important thing to learn throughout your life, and it's good to learn that as soon as possible because you're required to submit assignments on time and just be a good manager of your time and how you read your articles that you're supposed to read. Students are able to work at their job more because you just have more time on your hands as opposed to being in a traditional classroom in a certain time or place. Online learning is wonderful for students, but it is also very handy for professors who teach the classes because internet contains limitless amount of information and different ways of teaching the information to students. The internet is a very good tool because it is always up to date, or it's easy to find information that's up to date. So if a professor were to teach a class online, they can use various resources and just different ways of teaching, whereas in a traditional classroom, you are limited to textbooks, and I mean, you can go on the internet in a traditional classroom. However, since a class is strictly online for online learning, you are just open to so many different resources just right at your fingertips to read or to research. And it is also really nice to keep up to date with your students because correspondence is so quick. In a traditional classroom, you're only limited to a certain amount of time you're with your professor. However, you can email your professor at any time and reply to your classmates, and they'll get back to you as soon as they can with a detailed answer, rather as opposed to just in person real quick. They can give you a fully thought out answer. Education is continuing to become an important requirement for those who seek higher paying jobs. And in conclusion, online learning is a convenient and more suitable way for students to earn an education. Today, I assessed why online learning is beneficial for a student as opposed to traditional classroom learning. As online education is a fast way of delivering education, it forces students to actively participate in the learning process. After experiencing the two versions of education, online learning and traditional learning, I can say that I am in full support of online learning. Thank you for your time.